Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to try to save you some money. I bought this about, it's like 3 years ago, maybe. I bought this. I don't know if you can see it's, oh, my bad, 5 pounds. Now, I don't remember exactly how much the 5 pounds is, so I looked it up. They don't even have the 5 pounds anymore, but they do have two 2 pounds, which would be, of course, 4 pounds, but it's in two-pound bags. And that was about $23, $24 for that, for the two-pound bags of the Royal Ram. And I know that's a popular brand, and I don't know if that's what everybody uses it for, if they use it for their resin or not. However, I also bought, and this is more of, this was late last year I bought this. It's the desert sand. So this is soil cover. And this was 7 pounds. Or this is 7 pounds. Now, to me, they look pretty much the same. Yeah? You see it? Except this is heavy. This one is between $6 and $7. So we're going to do like a small test. I'm going to put some in each of these, and then I'm just going to lay it in here. I'm not using UV resin or anything. I'm just going to use a regular 2-part epoxy. The casting resin. It's a pump resin. So that's what I'm going to use. And then I don't know if I'm going to do this as the full project or just the sand. But I really kind of just want to do the sand. But I did bring out, I have some sand dollars. I have some small shells. And I do have small beads. Those are in the other container. And I have the starfish. I have some starfish. I'm not exactly sure where currently. I'm still trying to clean up my room, guys. It's a mess. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my resin together, and I will be back. Alright, got my resin made up. I have a couple of little dishes. We're going to put this one and this one. We're going to put the Royal Ram, we're going to put that in the left. That's probably a little too much. We'll live with it. Yeah, it's about the same. They do have a bit of different colors, though. Can you tell from there? I can tell on my screen, but I don't know if you can tell on yours. desert sand over here is a little bit darker. They look the same though. This is the desert sand. There's the Royal Ram. Other than the color, they look the same. So let's put a little bit of resin in here. That one sand, this one, the Royal Ram, bought that when I was first starting, and I needed sand, but I didn't know what to get, and I wanted to get a good one, you know. Not that I know how you can tell whether it's a good sand or a bad sand. So that's why I originally bought the expensive one. Now, I don't get paid for this, I'll have you know. In case some of you people are wondering or you think I do, I just started this channel really, and well, I guess I've had the channel. Never done anything with it. But I don't get paid for anything. I buy everything myself. Bring this up here where I can see it. You can definitely tell a color difference. I have these colorful ones I bought a long time ago. These things last forever. They were so static clingy coming out of the bag that I had to get a dryer sheet and rub it all over the place. How's that? Need one here, one there. When I do it, I'll do it like a top coat. And when I do the top coat, I'll bring you back. I'm gonna add just like a hint of blue. So basically, that's it. I guess it just depends on what effect you're going for. But I'm doing sand because I don't live anywhere near a beach. And I know some places in the world you're not allowed to take the sand from the beach. So that's why I'm doing this. Well, I'll see you for the next coat. Peace. Alright guys, I changed my mind. We're going to go ahead and put on another layer now. Now I have this as 24 colors. YRYMHT, and it is a resin pigment. I've been using these for a very long time. I don't remember these being overly expensive or anything either. And they have, it's like, see, like that's malachite. It's like gem tones. Peridot. Turquoise. Aquamarine. Citrine. So I've been using these for a very long time. See, there's purple agate. Let's use the turquoise. And with these, you really don't need very much. I'm just gonna put one of those in there, one turquoise. To make it a really nice one, I generally will put one turquoise and one aquamarine. Yeah, let's put another turquoise in too. Since most of it landed on my stick. There, that one's in there. Now, before I started with epoxy, I only did UV resin, so you can't even tell on there. I'm gonna put one aquamarine in. See, I'm literally only putting like one in at a time. It's a nice color. It's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be like in your face. It's nice in the cup. And when you're doing UV resin, you only use like very, very small cups like this. You use these. So you really don't need that much. I did put crushed crystal in it too. Can't really tell on that, on the... Can't really tell it's in there, but you can tell it's in here, and it looks darker in the screen. We're just going to leave. We're not going to blend it in, nothing. Because I just want it... I just want it to sit on top. Besides, it's just like a... We're going for like a shallow pool. So you really don't need much in there at all. Not for a shallow pool. Because I'm not putting, you know, we're not putting like waves and stuff in. I mean, it can. I would put... You could always put like a light wave, like make it white, and then just put it on there, but very light. I wouldn't do it very dark at all. I'll probably still put a top coat. Maybe we'll do another blue, because I didn't put very much in my cup when I... Alright, I'll be back. Alright, this is for our last layer here. I've got lapis lazuli, however you pronounce these things. I'm going to put 2 in because the last one we don't really see the blue, so I just want a little bit more blue. I don't want enough to cover it like you can't see anything, but I have got tons and tons of bubbles in this one. I think I stirred like a mad woman on this one. Let's spray this. And help us with the bubbles. Bubbles don't matter anyway in a scene like this. Well, let's hope that you can see this a little better later, the blue. Maybe in certain, like when you move it back and forth. I mean, I didn't want it overpowering. This one you really just can't see it at all. This one you can. They do look nice. All right, we'll be back on demold. All right, guys, let's get these out. Not much of a reveal, however. We'll look at the back and everything, and look at the sand. All right, here's the first one. They're both very pretty. Got all these little things on the ends. But they're both very pretty. This darker one, the desert sand, it strikes me as more of the sand when you're... I know most people have been to the beach. At least once. So this reminds me of this sand when it's in the water. You know, how the waves keep rushing up and back. That's what this reminds me of, is the sand that's under the water. And this reminds me more of the sand that's up on the beach, the dry sand. So they definitely have their own uses. I would use this if you're doing like an underwater scene. You could potentially just use both, but they're both pretty. What do you guys think? If you're just doing it like that, you can tell where the sand dollar is. Because see, that's like muddier. But I think they both work. I really do. I'll probably put a cork on the bottom. I'll let it sit here for a month because that way the resin will be cured. You don't want to use coasters before about 4 weeks, 1 month. Otherwise they'll warp, especially like if you've got heat on it or whatever. Because right now, I mean, it may be kind of still a little flimsy, but it's mostly cured. You know, enough to take out like the mold and stuff. But if I was to put a cup on there, it would probably dent, make a ring, and it would probably be permanent after a while. Like if I put this outside even for any length of time, it would probably like warp, because it would get liquidy, because you know if you heat up your resin right, it makes it so that you can move it around, and it makes it more flexible. So you want this to fully cure before you do anything else, because otherwise it's just going to keep doing that. I need to clean the top already from my fingerprints. I'll probably sand the edge. It's got little things on there. Just that's why I keep meddling with it. So anyway, I think they're both great. They both have their uses. Depends on what you're using it for, what your overall picture is going to look like. But this does strike me more as, excuse me, more as underwater sand, whereas this is more of the shallows in the beach. So that's where what I think. You guys let me know what you think in the comments section. And if you want these, they'll be on my website in approximately a month. So, you guys have a great day. Peace, love, and happiness.